It has been a while. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel, where it is time for my 21-22 SPFL predictions, where each team is going to place in the table. Now, what I will say is, first of all, this is only my predictions. This isn't gonna probably happen. It's just my predictions. I'm sure everyone has different predictions anyway. But yeah, here we go. And obviously, after a summer that has obviously been dominated by Euro 2020, Scotland didn't do very well. But we do have the most important thing, and that is the 21-22 SPFL Premiership season starts on Saturday. Looking forward to it as well. Before I begin this predictions video, please hit the like button, please hit the share button, and please hit that subscribe button. We are closing in on 1.4k, which would be absolutely magnificent to get. So thank you to everyone who's obviously subscribed so far. I really do appreciate it. But here we go with my Premiership predictions for the 21-22 season. Now, so I'm going to do this as I usually do. I do this from bottom up to top, and we will see what happens. And we'll be going through some players that the teams have signed as well, and going through where I think people are going to be positioned as well. So here we go. Finishing bottom of the pile, I have got Ross County. Look, I think Ross County were very, very fortunate to stay in the league last season, if I'm being totally honest. They have had a bit of an upheaval so far. They've lost big players like Billy Mackay, Ian Vigurs as well. They've both gone to Inverness as well. So, and I think the one thing I can say about Ross County is that, yes, you've got the obvious. They brought in Ross Callaghan from Hamilton, which is a very, very good signing. I have to say that. Dominic Samuel is a good signing from Gillingham as well. He'll be a good striker. They've got Malky Mackay as new manager as well. Look, I think that's a bit of an ambitious appointment, in all honesty. It's his first job, obviously, since Cardiff days as well. Look, people are given second chances, and I think Malky Mackay has been definitely given a second chance at Ross County as well. But they've lost a heck of a lot of players. I mean, you've got as I've said, Billy Mackay, Michael Gardine's another one who's gone to Inverness as well. Jason Naismith, Ian Vigurs, Ross Draper, Tony Andreo, Carl Tremarco. All these players that they've gone, Callum Morrison, Jermaine Hilton, and there's they've had a few loan spells that have gone as well. I just feel that they've just missing that firepower at this moment in time. And look, Billy Mackay was absolutely pivotal to Ross County's hopes of actually staying in the Premiership. Every single season he was there. Losing Michael Gardine, losing Ian Vigurs, I just think Ross County are destined for the drop this season. Yes, look, I think they've done very, very well in staying in the league, but it has been a bit of an upheaval in the summer as well. So not enough signings either. So you have to wonder where Ross County do stand. I mean, they've still got a bit of time before obviously the transfer window finishes, but it is, the season is a couple of days away as well. I've just got a feeling Ross County, I just feel they're going to go down this season. It's no fault of their own. I think Ross County have been kind of on the edge a little bit, but I do think they're a very, very good team. But unfortunately, I just think they're just going to fall short this season. So 12th place, I have got Ross County as well. 11th place, this was a very tricky decision to make. But 11th place, falling down a lot of places, I would have to say, is St Mirren. Yeah, I've got St Mirren to finish 11th this season. No fault of their own. I think they have lost a lot of firepower as well. Jonathan Obika, pivotal to St Mirren staying in the league. He was so good last season. Ilkay Durmus has been very, very good player for them as well. Jake Doyle-Hayes going to Hibs as well. I just feel that St Mirren, yes, obviously they've got Charles Dunn, they've got Scott Tanser. They're becoming a bit of a commodity tribute act because they've got Greg Kiltie, Alan Power, Eamon Brophy. All these players have signed from Kilmarnock as well. They brought in Curtis Main as well, ex-Motherwell, ex-Aberdeen as well. So, he obviously didn't have a good time of it for, Shrewsbury. So again, they've got that firepower, but the problem I have is that Curtis Main is not a Jonathan Obika. And I think that might be a bit of a problem as well. They have managed to keep Jack Alnwick. I think Jack Alnwick is a very, very good goalkeeper. I think they've got the right manager in charge. I think Jim Goodwin is a very, very good manager. My only concern is I think losing Obika, losing Durmus, two players who were very, very good in St Mirren's team last season. I just feel that, again, I just have a feeling that lack of firepower could come costly. But you have to say St Mirren, best of the rest last season, very, very good last season as well. I just got a feeling that they could fall away. I'm going to go for them to finish in the relegation playoff spot. Look, I think if they prove me wrong, then I think they will do well. But I just think this season might be a little bit too far stretched as well. They were hit badly by COVID last season as well. There were a lot of teams hit badly by COVID, but St Mirren were definitely one of the ones that were definitely hit one of the worst, you'd have to say. So I am going to go for St Mirren to finish 11th. Now, 10th place, I've gone Dundee United. Might be a bit of a surprise. Dundee United had a very, very good time of it in last season, finishing 9th in their first season back, which I think was a very, very good finish for them. They did lose a lot of key games, though, especially 5-1 to St Mirren at home. That was a disastrous result for them. But yeah, Dundee United, I mean, look, they've brought in Tam Kurtz as manager. That's ambitious. That is very, very ambitious, to say the least. I mean, they've brought in their assistant manager. Mickey Mellon is obviously gone. He's gone. I think he's gone back to Tranmere Rovers, in fact. So, obviously, where he was last time. So, bringing in a player, like a player manager from their reserves. I'm a little bit worried about that. Not got managerial experience anyway for Dundee United. Yes, they are going well in the League Cup. I know they are going very well in the League Cup. But unfortunately, I just got a feeling that Dundee United will probably finish 10th this season. But it keeps them up. It keeps them up as well. They have brought in Trevor Carson from Motherwell. They've also brought in Charlie Mulgrew as well from Blackburn. Charlie Mulgrew must be mid-30s now, I think. So, I mean, obviously they've lost a heck of a lot of players as well. Paul McMullen's gone to Dundee, loaned to permanent. Dennis Mehmet's gone to Dunfermline, and also they have lost Lewis Fraser as well. Luke Bolton, Ross Doohan, Mark McNulty as well. So I think Dundee United could be on the periphery of potentially getting relegated this season. I am a bit worried about their new manager. I'm not going to lie. I haven't really heard much about him. So that could be something that could actually put Dundee United towards the relegation zone. So 10th place, I've gone for Dundee United. 9th place, and welcome back to the Premiership, it is Dundee. That's going to cause a lot of controversy in the comments, I can tell. Yes, I've got Dundee to finish above their neighbours, Dundee United. Look, first off, I think James McPake is a very, very interesting choice for manager for Dundee. But I have to say he has done very, very well to get them up as well, with players like Charlie Adam, with players like obviously Jason Cummings as well, Paul McMullen from Dundee United as well. So that's going to be very, very interesting for sure. They've obviously got Killian Sheridan as well. That's a good signing as well. Luke McCowan from Ayr United, Ryan Sweeney from Mansfield Town as well. They've lost Jack Hamilton, Jordan Forster as well, Kyle Fleming, Callum Moore as well. But Dundee, I think they're going to have a better season than they did the last time they were in the Premiership. Obviously, they were relegated. I feel that Dundee will definitely do a lot better than they did last time around, and I think James McPake is that manager to stride them towards that finish as well. So I think Dundee will have a good season. I'm going to predict them to finish above their neighbours, Dundee United. And look, I think we have to say that it's great to have both Dundee clubs back in the top flight, and Dundee derbies are going to be very, very interesting as well. And yeah, Dundee have got very good travelling support as well, so you would expect a good bunch of Dundee fans to go over there and be a very, very good menace in the league. But welcome back, Dundee. I am predicting you to finish 9th. 8th place. I've got Livingston. Yeah, might be a bit of a surprise, but I just feel that recently the run at the end of the season was not great. Yes, I know they were in the top 6. I know they were playing Celtic. I know they were playing Rangers, Aberdeen, Hibs, St Johnstone. And I know that I think they didn't do very well. Didn't do very well in any of those games, really. But a lot of upheaval at Livingston as well. Obviously, they have lost J. Emmanuel Thomas to Aberdeen, which is a very, very good signing for Aberdeen. Ross Stewart's gone to Hearts. Scott Robinson's gone to Kilmarnock. Alan Lithgow has left for Greenock Morton. Scott Tiffany's gone to Partick Thistle. John Guthrie, that is a big, big one. John Guthrie is a massive, massive loss for Livingston Football Club. He was a very big, big part of that back four for Livingston last season, and he's been a very, very good signing as well. Effie Ambrose is gone, Steve Lawson is gone, Aaron Taylor Sinclair is gone, Rafael De Vita has gone as well. But to be fair, Livingston have actually got a very, very good couple of players in. Ben Williamson on loan from Rangers, Adam Lewis on loan from Liverpool. He's been looking really, really good. Daniel Barden as well, Norwich City goalkeeper, who starts the season in goal for Livingston. That would be interesting. Max Striek has been starting the season recently as well. They brought in Bruce Anderson, Andrew Shinnie, very, very good player as well, looking like he's a 32. James Penrice is obviously at Livingston. Previously, Io Obilai, I think I've pronounced that right, from Queen of the South as well. They've got some good players as well. So, yeah, I've just got a feeling that we might go down a few places this season. I do think we're still good enough to go up. However, we will be noticing that we are the only plastic pitch in the Premiership now, and I think lots of teams will be wanting us to potentially go down because of that. So I hope I'm wrong, and I hope Livingston do obviously prove me wrong, but I have to be realistic, and I think 8th place is as good as we're going to get, I think. So at 8th place, I've gone for the Livy Lions. 7th place, and just missing out on the top 6, is St Johnstone. Now, I have to say, St Johnstone cracking season last season, obviously winning both the Scottish Cup and the Scottish League Cup. Takes big doings as well. Look, Callum Davidson should have been Manager of the Year last season, without a shadow of a doubt. Yes, Stephen Gerrard did very well to get the league for Rangers, but for me, I just feel that Callum Davidson should have won Manager of the Year. But Not many signings in for St Johnstone. They have brought in James Brown, who was on loan at Livingston, if you remember rightly. I think he only played one game. And I think it was a loan. It was a game against Celtic, I think, if I remember that as well. So he's on loan from Millwall. Actually, it's actually permanent. It's actually a permanent deal. So managed to get him in as well. But as we said, they have lost Scott Tanzer as well. That's a bit of a blow. Guy Malamed as well. Craig Conway. John Robertson. Not the ex-Hearts manager. Don't worry about that. Lennon Smith. Aidan Walsh. They've lost Glenn Middleton as well. He's back to Rangers, of course. Zdeněk Schlamal, who I believe has just been released by Hearts anyway, as well. So I do think St Johnstone will have a good season, but I'm going to say that they will just miss out on the top 6. And I'm going to say that St Johnstone finish 7th. So that is 12th to 7th done now. Now, 6th place, I am going for Heart and Midlothian. Yes. Now, this is based on if they make some signings. Because the only signings that they have made so far is Ross Stewart and Josh Ginnelly from Preston North End as well. But they've lost a hell of a lot of players. Stephen Naismith, Christoph Berra, Craig White and Ollie Lee, Andy Irvine, Zdeněk Jamal, as I said, Elliot Freer, Harry Cochran as well. So, but Robbie Nielsen has to do a lot better. He has to do a lot better. Hearts, kind of, I wouldn't say started their way to glory last season, but it wasn't great football. It wasn't great football to watch, I would say. But I think also it's going to be a very, very interesting time of it recently. Hearts' lack of signings must be a big, big concern. I would say that now. I think that's a big, big concern for Hearts. But I expect them to finish top 6. And I think top 6 would definitely be the target as well. How good is it to see the Edinburgh Derbies again? That will be good to see as well. So 6th place, I've gone for the Jam Tarts. 5th place, I'm expecting a better season from this lot, Motherwell. Look, they've done well under Graham Alexander. I think that's a very, very good appointment as well. They have lost a few players as well. They have lost Declan Gallagher, Alan Campbell, Devante Cole, Liam Polworth, Christopher Long. Yeah, there's a lot of players there that have gone. Sherwin Seedorf as well, and Jay Casey. They have lost a lot of players. But having said that, they have brought in Darragh O'Connor, Liam Kelly, permanent as well. Liam Kelly's a great goalkeeper. He did well with Motherwell last season. Kevin Van Veen. Yeah, look, Motherwell have got a good squad. Motherwell have a very good squad. No Europe this season either. So they can focus on the cups. They can focus on the league. Yes, they've had a few dodgy results in the cup, but even then, I would expect Motherwell to do well. So I'm going Motherwell to finish 5th above Hearts as well. So 4th place. So we're getting into the top 4 now. Will it be the same positions as last season? We shall see. 4th place, I have gone for Aberdeen. Yeah, people think Aberdeen are going to struggle. I really find that hard to fathom, really. Look, Aberdeen, Stephen Glass as manager. That's a good appointment for me. Getting Scott Brown in is massive. I must say though, it is very weird seeing Scott Brown wearing the red of Aberdeen when he has played in the green of Hibs and the green of Celtic. So, Christian Ramirez, Scott Brown, Declan Gallagher, J. Emmanuel Thomas, Jack Gurr, Gary Woods as well. They've got a good squad. They have a very, very good squad. They have lost Bruce Anderson. Ash Taylor, I think, is a big loss. I think he's a very, very good player for Aberdeen as well. Florian Canberry, not much of a loss. Callum Hendry has gone back to St Johnstone, obviously. Yeah, look, I think Aberdeen will be fine. I think they'll be fine. They just beat FK Häcken by 5-1 as well. So they've got a good squad. Very, very good squad for me. So Aberdeen finished comfortably in 4th place as well. Third place, I've gone for the Hibees. It's Hibs. Look, I think Hibs have got a good squad. They've got a really, really competitive squad as well. I think Jack Ross will be a little bit disappointed, though, that they didn't manage to win the Scottish Cup. They just never turned up, really. Never turned up as well. Obviously, they've lost Marciano, Stevie Malin, Jackson Irvine, David Gray. Obviously, David Gray is retired, so David Gray, I should say. Tom James. They've lost a few good players. They have lost a lot of good players in there. But they brought in Jake Doyle Hayes from St Mirren. He was very, very good. Jamie Murphy, Daniel Mackay as well from Inverness Kelly Thistle. So Hibs are in Europe. They won 3-0 against, I can't remember the name, Santa Clara. Is it Santa Clara? I could have probably got that wrong, but off the top of my head, that was the best I could come up with anyway. But look, I think Hibs will be finishing third. I think Hibs will obviously want to try and finish second. That would be the key aspect of doing that. But you've got a good squad. Martin Boyle firing, with Christian Deutsch firing. Kevin Nisbet is still at the club at this present moment in time. Will he stay at Hibs? That could be interesting. It could be very, very interesting. But for me, Hibs are going to finish third in the table as well. So that leaves 2 places for the table. And second place, I'm going Celtic. Yeah, I'm going to go Celtic. A bit of an upheaval for Celtic, it has to be said. Obviously, they have brought in Ange Postecoglu. I hope I pronounced that right, Celtic fans. Don't criticise me if I have not got that right. Carl Starfelt as well from Rubin Kazan. But the one thing I will criticise about Celtic, it took an absolute age to get a new manager in. I think it took July the 2nd, I think it was, when they managed to finally get Ange Postecoglu in. Look, some of the players that they've signed I've never heard of. Leo Labada, never heard of. Busan Lawal, never heard of. Liam Shaw, Sheffield Wednesday, obviously, they got relegated as well. Joey Dawson, never heard. And then they've lost players like Christopher Ayer, Jack Hendry's not much of a loss for Celtic, let's put it that way. Vacuum Bio, not much of a loss. Scott Brown is a big loss. Shame he didn't really get a chance to say goodbye to the Celtic fans, because we were obviously playing in behind closed doors last season. So it's disappointing. It is disappointing as well. But for me, I just think Celtic have given themselves way too much to do. Look, Ange Postecoglu, will he be given time at Celtic? Remains to be seen. He needs to get a house on fire. He has to start well. Otherwise, they're going to be behind Rangers for a long, long time this season. So, Celtic to finish second, which means that my champions for the second consecutive season is Rangers. Yes, I think Rangers will go on and win the league. Look, all depends on if Alfredo Morelos stays at the club. Steven Gerrard coming out and saying that Alfredo Morelos' future is up in arms. They don't know what's going to happen with Alfredo Morelos. He has been linked with FC Porto, of course, so that could be interesting. That could be very, very interesting move, that one. But they brought in some very, very interesting players anyway. John Lundstrom is probably the one that everyone remembers. Sheffield United, good player. Scouser as well, so Steven Gerrard will like that as well. Hard working, Steven Gerrard does like a hard working midfield, and I think that's a really, really good signing for Rangers as well. Fashion Sakala, look, I haven't really heard of but what a name that is, Fashion Sakala as well. Look, Rangers are in the Champions League. Whether or not they make it to the group stage, wouldn't it be fantastic if both Rangers and Celtic made it to the group stage? Yes, I know Celtic drew in Midtjylland, and the away goal rule has gone, but I'll still say that I think Celtic could get through that. Rangers, good luck to Rangers. I'd have to say that I think if Rangers have a good time in Europe, then I think they'll do well. Hopefully they get Champions League group stage. That would be fantastic if they did make that. And then it's a case of the League Cup, and then obviously the Scottish Cup. I think that's the one thing Steven Gerrard will want to do, is try and win another trophy at Rangers. It's probably going to be the Scottish Premiership. I think he will win that pretty comfortably. I don't. I mean, it remains to be seen what kind of players Celtic bring in for the rest of the window. But for me, I just think Rangers will be too strong. Even if they do lose Morelos, you've still got Kemar Roof. You've still got Jermaine Defoe in there as well. Cedric Eaton as well. I just think Rangers will be too strong as well. So that is it. That is my SPFL 21-22 predictions done and dusted. Leave your table in the comment section down below. And yes, I'm looking forward to the new season starting. I will have my predictions from game week 1 for you guys on Wednesday, so that should be really interesting to see as well. And yeah, it should be very interesting as well. So just to clarify, so 12th place I've got Ross County, 11th place St Mirren, 10th place Dundee United, 9th place Dundee, 8th place Livingston, 7th place St Johnstone, 6th place Hearts, 5th place Motherwell, 4th place Aberdeen, 3rd place Hibs, 2nd place Celtic, and Rangers are my champions for the 2nd season in a row. So thank you very much for watching this predictions video. As I've said, these are just my predictions. I'm pretty sure you've got your own as well. So just let me know in the comment section down below. Yeah, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, the 21-22 Premiership season is just around the corner. I'm looking forward to it immensely, and I'm pretty sure everybody else will be feeling that way as well. But until then, it is goodbye from me. If you do like the content, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video as well, and we will see what happens in the 21-22 Premiership season. And it's going to be a very long season. We're going to have to be watching, obviously, our players getting COVID, etc. Livingston have had a bit of a COVID outbreak as well. So a lot of things to be looking forward to. But isn't it great to see fans back in the stadiums? I think that's going to be fantastic as well. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now. Thank you for watching. Cheers. Bye.